Global markets are in free fall. The Australian dollar is now just worth 60 US cents. Donald Trump's threatening more tariffs, 50% on China. What progress, if any, has your government made with the Trump administration?
Well, we live in uncertain times. We know that that's the case. But I'm absolutely certain that in these uncertain times, now's not a time for cutting. Now's not a time for the sort of retreat from policy that we've seen from the coalition. We'll continue to engage constructively with the US administration. It's what we've done up to now, and it's what we'll continue to do.
Prime Minister, Australian super is exposed. How would you reassure people that we're on the right track here and you're making progress?
These are uncertain times, and we know that that is the case. The decision of the US administration, as I said last Thursday, is an act of self-harm, but it's also because it's the world's largest economy. It has implications for the global economy. What we are doing is preparing for that. We were the first country in the world to respond to the US decision, the first in the world, because we had prepared, because we are a considered government, because we want to make sure that Australians, the impact of this is minimised. That's why we have in advance done the work that we did over the last 3 years, but that's why in particular we did the work in the not unsurprising announcement, although some elements of it were surprising, I've got to say. The Heard Island decision and Norfolk Island, and some of it was rather strange. That's the truth. But we are dealing with this in a considered, organised way, because that is what a considered government does.
Prime Minister, in 2022 you said Labor can't repair all the damage done in the first term. You lamented the state of the books you inherited. Considering the recent budget shows 10 years of deficit and increasing debt to GDP ratios, and there hasn't yet been a policy release for structural economic reform this campaign, have you in effect ruled out budget repair in the second term as well?
I didn't rule it out in the first term, and we turned a $78 billion deficit into a $22 billion surplus under Labor. We then followed that up with a $15 billion surplus. We've improved the budget bottom line by $207 billion. $207 billion improvements in our first term. We have been a responsible economic management government, and will continue to be so if we are fortunate enough to receive a second term.